when things are way too big to transport, like I can hardly even handle it, they are often all packaged up into something special called a vesicle. This kind of sounds like vehicle, right? So if you got too much stuff that needs to be transported, it's easier if you just put it in your truck and transport it across town rather than trying to carry it all, right? So that's just like the vesicle. You put it all in the one vesicle and you transport it out. Or sometimes you need to transport it in. So that's what endocytosis and exocytosis is the transportation with the vesicles, okay? So when a molecule needs to be taken in by the cell, but it's too large to pass the cell membrane, the event with the help of the protein carriers, the process of endocytosis occurs. Endocytosis is the process that occurs when a vesicle, remember our small temporary sac, forms around the particle and the cell membrane pinches off around it so the vesicle is inside the cell. When a molecule needs to be secreted by the cell but are too large to pass across the cell membrane, the vesicle surrounds the particle, then moves to the cell membrane and fuses with it. The vesicle then ruptures releasing its contents into the surrounding area of the cell. This process of secretion is called exocytosis. Now, look here. I think Pardon? Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Just like exothermic, right? So exocytosis, exiting. Just like exothermic, the thermal energy was exiting. And then here, endocytosis is coming in, just like endothermic was. Pardon? Okay. So here, in our little diagram, here's like a vesicle, and the vesicle is structured in a way that it's like it has the cell membrane substance around it, so it comes up to the cell membrane and it fuses with it and then lets it go. So this is exocytosis because the particles are exiting, right? So exocytosis is exiting. Now say you want to take something in that's way too big. So it's like, ooh, I want that. So then it pinches it off, takes it in, and then forms another vesicle. So this is endo because it's coming in. Okay? So that's endocytosis and exocytosis. Now our one last thing here. Both exocytosis and endocytosis require energy from ATP, so that means that it is active transport. So that's our last thing that we put into our summary sheet then. There's one last lesson after this, but we'll save that for Monday. Yeah. So, ready to go back to our summary sheet then? One last thing to put in. So, I'm just going to erase this part for myself so I have more space. So wherever you have space left for your active, draw 2 arrows. Make one exocytosis and one is endocytosis. So these are both active. So I'll put a little definition beside mine if you want to do one for yours too. So endocytosis, this is when it fuses membrane into vesicle surrounding surrounding particles to bring in to the cell. Exocytosis uses a vesicle fused with cell membrane to release, or we think exit, particles from cell. Okay. So the question was asked, what is the quiz going to be on that I said we're going to have on Tuesday? So we're going to have a cell transport quiz on Tuesday. So I'll write this on the board now. So cell transport quiz Tuesday. Now, what that will be on is the notes that you've done in this note package up to today. Okay, so the beginning we did diffusion, osmosis, facilitated diffusion, exocytosis, and endocytosis. Yes, because that's a part of osmosis. So what I want you to study, this summary sheet will be a good strategy for studying, for reviewing. Your osmosis sheet, I will mark and hand back to you on Monday so that you can use that to review. And then I'll give you another worksheet today that will help you review your terms and stuff. And I would like you to try and do a bit of it so that you can ask questions about it if you have questions on Monday, but I'll make it due for Tuesday. So you'll have a cell transport worksheet due Tuesday.
So will the quiz be like the one worksheet we did with the diagrams, or will it be like definitions?
Multiple choice.
Okay, what will it be like?
Yeah.
It will be like some of the questions you will have to draw a diagram in order to figure it out, but it is all multiple choice.
Okay.
It's only, like, you know, I've been giving you guys several small quizzes, right? So you've been getting lots of quizzes, but they're all relatively small, right? So this will only be 14 questions of multiple choice, and just going through the definitions, and some of them, though, you will have to draw a diagram like you have been drawing diagrams in order to, well, I would, in order to figure it out. I can't figure it out in my head. I have to draw a diagram. So, and quite a few of the questions will be based on the labs that we've done. Well, quite a few, meaning like 3 out of the 14 questions will be on the labs we've done. So know about your labs, and I'll hand back your labs on Monday too. So, okay. So I'll give you the worksheet today.